We're here at Hawthorne Bridge in Portland, Oregon, checking out the bikers. Bikers going to work, little bikers, big bikers, tandem bikers.
So we're taking an informal poll and we're gonna try to talk to some of these bikers here about biking to work. Hi, so we're just trying to talk to...
High five for biking. All right.
We're taking an informal poll and I just wanna... Guess they're biking to work, so...
High five for biking. High five, yeah. High five for biking. Right on.
How is it biking to work? You like biking to work? How's it biking to work? Are you guys biking to work or are you just biking for fun?
High five for jogging to work. Way to jog to work. All right. I guess they're jogging to work.
What made you decide to bike instead of take the car? Do you enjoy biking to work? Do you prefer that over the car? Oh, he's stopping to talk to us. Awesome. I don't want you to wreck though. What are the good reasons for biking to work?
Well, one, I don't have to pay for parking downtown, which now costs about 160 bucks. Two, it's good for my health and waistline. I bike year-round, regardless of the weather, except for snow.
People in Portland bicycle. It's known as America's best bicycling city. In fact, it's been voted North America's best bicycling city by Bicycling Magazine. The BTA is a nonprofit organization, and we work to increase bicycling in Oregon and Southwest Washington. We try and increase bicycle facilities, bicycle racks, bicycle education programs, outreach, legislative efforts, anything that tries to increase bicycling.
How do you like walking to work among all these bikers? Does it get too busy for you?
No, I bike half the time too, so it's just whatever I feel like doing to come into work.
The Hawthorne Bridge is the most well-used bicycle bridge in Oregon, and right now we're seeing an exponential growth in the number of people bicycling across the bridges. So in the last year alone, we had over a 20% increase in bicycle traffic.
Do you ever bike to work too?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Is it a good town for biking to work?
Indeed.
Within certain areas, up to 10% of the trips are by bicycle. It just makes up a scene where there are bicycles on the roadway all the time. It's part of the fabric.
And I noticed that all the buses have bike racks on them too, so it's a pretty bike-friendly city.
Right, very bike-friendly.
What?
You can get anywhere.
Anywhere by bike.
Yeah.
Now we have 170 miles of bicycle lanes. We have 70 miles of off-street trail and 30 miles of low-traffic bicycle boulevards. So we have a robust system, and we have seen since then basically an exponential increase in bicyclists.
What do you think is the most sustainable thing about Portland?
Well, I would have to say the bus system and the bike routes. They're all very efficient. There's a bus that we take all the time that runs every 15 minutes, and there's bike lanes everywhere, so you can pretty much get wherever you like, and it's not a big deal. I don't even try to sell it, but it's pretty damn great, for sure.
Portland is really committed to multimodal transportation.
We have a really great system that wins national and international regard all the time. And it really is about quality of life. Do you want to be able to get stuck in traffic sitting in a car, or would you like to ride transit, read a book, plan your next vacation, you know, something like that. The other thing that makes riding transit here work really well is our transit tracker information. That you're in your office, you're trying to get something wrapped up before the end of the day. You want to know, when's my bus coming? When's my train coming? You can go online and it'll count down minute by minute. You can actually call up a number and you get the actual arrival time instead of doing the universal bus thing or train thing.
So it's a...
Looking down the street, that's the universal thing, right? And then you check your watch and then you go back and do that again. It's the universal transit action. And if you have the real-time arrival information, you're going, oh, I know it's going to be here in 2 minutes. I'll either run an errand or I'll read my book. I don't have to rely on looking down the street.
You did that so convincingly, I thought you were actually looking at something. I know, I went up, turned around.
Thousands of car trips are avoided because people take light rail as well as bus every single day. We reduce 4.2 tons of smog-producing pollutants every day. It's not just about transportation. It's not just simply about a bus or a train. It's about the transportation option with land use so that you're making and creating these livable communities. So people can walk to transit, they can walk to services, they can really get to know their community. So that's how you do it.
MX, which is the Eugene version of bus rapid transit. I started in January of 2007 and been going like gangbusters ever since day one. We did a light rail study and it proved that we don't have the population density currently. So the idea of bus rapid transit came up. We studied it abroad and saw how really getting the bus out of traffic was the key to ensure that the running times were consistent. The LTD system really tries to emulate light rail as much as possible. It includes dedicated right-of-way, high-capacity vehicles with doors on both sides so that it can serve median stations. And so we had to have a unique bus that was created for this service, so it's the first of its kind as well. We've been very pleased with the hybrid system, better fuel economy, lower emissions. The thinking behind BRT is that if your community does develop and you do have the population density, you've already got the right-of-way set aside to build light rail in the future. Also, the cost per mile is so much less.
Why is there grass on the median of the busway?
The idea is, one, you can save money because you're not laying down as much concrete, and two, you can actually filter the groundwater coming off the roadway, and it drains into a system that's all treated before it goes into the stormwater system. I think that the word of encouragement would be for communities really to have the political will to make tough decisions. You know, if we don't make these investments, we're going to have more and more lost time, lost productivity, more impact on our air quality and every element really of our quality of life, I believe. So I think that should be enough for people to get excited and fund these types of projects. The question I would have is, you know, what's holding you back as an individual from trying public transit? You know, examine your situation and where you can make it possible. Use public transportation, ride your bike, walk, you know, do something other than just drive.
How do you like baking to work? You like biking to work? I said baking to work. That's weird. People don't bake to work. I mean, some people bake to work, but...
Does biking to work make you tall? Because you guys are really tall.
Yes, it stretches you out.
So if I told you that I'd never been on a bike before, would you let me just try riding your bike for 2 feet?
He's gonna break his neck. It's a little hard to get the pedal thing down.
Did you always start out that tall?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, shoot. Okay. So maybe it wouldn't work for me.
Have you given up your car yet, or you still have a car just in case?
I actually have 5 cards.